Very good.
Benham awarding athlete who are certified with flag. Benham awarding.
Well, you had mentioned the oversized job. We're going to take a picture of you two on having to come up to take a picture of you two because he's good. Joe Ferris out of Fernstaedt. And he plays rugby. So don't question what the rules.
Yeah.
So once again, we're just a few minutes out before we set our forerunners. Again, my name's Carl. We've got Bree Stewart here. Enjoy the afternoon. This is the second heat of 4 heats, but the second and final heat for today's racing skeleton. Enjoy the music. We're just minutes away before we kick off with our forerunners.
Grab life by the chicken fingers and save the day. With hand back, cook to order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret cake sauce that makes everything that much better.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Imagine a winter wonderland. Imagine a place that rewards you as much as it challenges you. A place where natural beauty and sport live in harmony. Imagine the inspiration stories that can only be told in a village.
Leuk dat jullie kijken.
eyes closed, and you'll see their hands kind of flowing, and there's just one more mind run, and this is, you did a great job of explaining to me time and time again the importance, and I already know the importance of the push, but it's not just the push. It's that first batch of corners, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Try not to move, pick the line you get. Try to stay as relaxed and gain as much momentum before you get to the shady 2 and then start picking up speed in the crux of the course.
That's exactly right, Carl, and it has been so fun watching what a shakeup of a race today. You know, this is not what we expected. You've got your World Cup overall leaders, you've seen the season, but no one's racing Lake Placid yet this year. It's been a while since they've been here, and it's been an incredible first heat with a wild shakeup to see. And again, it's going to continue to shake up. Like you pointed out, Carl, the first 19 sleds are within 1 second of both the men's race and the women's race.
Unbelievable. And you're so right when you say they just don't come here. And as you know, I live in Park City. I work at the Bobsleigh track in Park City. Great. We get asked over and over again, do the Europeans come to our tracks and practice? The answer is no. And the reason is you got roughly 14 of them in Europe. And so to spend your nickels and dollars to come to Lake Placid and then come to Park City, Utah, just a mere 3,000 miles away, they don't come here. They don't come here. And so because the majority of their seasons are in Europe, which makes sense. I mean, Germany alone has 4 tracks. With that being said, that creates almost a bare field of play in an event like this, the World Championships, and we see the results when you see the top 19 sleds within a second. That just means that we're in for some more and more surprises as we get deeper and deeper into the competition, because the important thing is that they don't get
warning to our pilots. 2-minute warning to our pilots.
Result of that, it's going to be tight. And, well, 19 sleds within a second.
Right, and you know what's going to be interesting to see, especially as we head towards the bobsled races, is that the athletes that have had time here, those are the NAC, the North America's Cup athletes. So it'll be interesting to see if any of our smaller nations, the athletes that weren't on the elite World Cup tour, they can pop into the top 10.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. Because you're so right. Yeah, so right. And it'll be neat. And from what I understand, and I'm not going to get too deep into the upcoming events, the bobsled, but yet I know there's a familiar team. And we've got a familiar team that has a new bobsled or 2. And Team Brazil's going to decide that it's a Medaillen, but that'll be further into our week. And so we are moments away from starting the 4 runners. Unlike the first year, we had 4 runners. We're only going to have 2 4-runners. And we're going to have Franklin do your play-by-play action as he does so well as the 4-runners come down. Again, they're just checking the timing and scoring and things like that. But we're getting close. The reverse order by rank for the matches. Our leaders will be all the way down in sled number 25. So, something to think about as we get closer for heat number 2.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Lake Placid in the Adirondack Mountains in upstate New York. Mount Van Hoevenberg is the venue for the Bobsleigh and Skeleton World Championships 2025. The 11th time the Worlds have been here in Lake Placid. And this two-time Olympic venue, we're now on the fourth different iteration of a sliding track here. Martin Haven and Zach Land ready to watch the second heat of 4 spread over 2 days. So World Championships and Olympic Games are very different from your regular season races. They bring the extra pressure of having to try. Medal position Kimberley Bos. In the silver medal position you just saw Mystique Ro, so okay. Kimberley Bos in 3rd place after the first of our 2 heats, and she is 1600ths of a second back. But our first heat leader is also called Kim, not from the Netherlands. Kim Marmons is from Belgium. So we have a Low Countries sandwich with Mystique Ro, the jam, in the middle for the USA. And both Kim Marmons and Kim Bos have been medalists in major competitions in the last couple of years. Kimberley Bos, the bronze medalist in the Olympic Games 2022. Kim Marmons, the silver medalist in the Worlds last year. Mystique, a great opportunity really to put the cat among the pigeons on home ice here. 28 sleds completed the first heat. The top 25 will go in reverse order. And Zach Land, as the track changes, the weather changes, you can feel it's getting a little bit colder now than it was this afternoon when we started. So the track is going to change. It evolves the whole time. Does that offer an opportunity perhaps for those who might not have had the first run they want, or do you think that adds a little bit of pressure? Because again, there's that uncertainty of what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's definitely getting colder, and the ice should start getting faster, getting harder, and it'll definitely affect the sleds. But you know, those top athletes going later in the order, they should be pretty close together, and it shouldn't affect them too much.
Air temperature was about 3 degrees at the start of the first heat. It's now down to -1, which is great news, everybody, because everywhere's been covered in snow, nicely compressed by the traffic, and then we've had 24 hours of rain, and it's now going to freeze overnight. So everywhere, whether you're walking or driving, is going to be absolutely treacherous. You just saw a quick shot of my commentary colleague from the first heat there, who is forerunning for the men's race. So Sarah will be back in the booth for the 3rd and 4th heat of the men. She's forerunning for the women's race. She'll be back for the men's race tomorrow. So top 25 go in reverse order, and then our final sleds follow on: Lara Vargas, Clara Asnar, and Shannon Dan. First sled off, second heat of the Women's Skeleton World Championships here in Lake Placid. Sarah Schmidt of Switzerland lying 25th after the first of our 4 runs. Martin Haven and US slider Zach Land watching the action. Started 5:36 in the first heat, 5:36 in the second as well.
Yeah, another good, decent start for her. Let's see if she can clean up the run a little bit and climb up a little.
Yeah, 13th fastest at the start, 25th at the bottom. Speaks of a few more mistakes than she really wanted.
Yeah, but that good start, it's a good place to start with. Looks like they got splits on the ice. It's looking a little shiny. Should be seeing a lot faster times the second run.
Yeah. The spritz is like running a Zamboni down the track. It kind of helps to fill in some of the little grooves, and it sort of puts a sheen on the ice as well. So the first few sleds should benefit. But then, of course, it'll be a lot quicker than they were used to from the first heat. So you've got to have the knowledge to adjust.
Yep, timing will change a lot in their steers, and this is when people with a lot more experience should come in and show that experience will pay off.
All right, 56.83. Now that's interesting. 57.18 in the first heat, so the track is quicker. Now in the men's first heat and second heat, the track slowed by getting on for a second as the day warmed up and it was a bit humid and frost and everything else. So we're going the opposite way now. Now, it did look like a tidier run, so I think I'm going to give her the benefit that quite a lot of that improvement has come from her. I'd say the ice is definitely no slower.
Yeah, she definitely put together a better run there. You know, get those nerves out of the way. And
See you tomorrow.
See us tomorrow.
I think she might sleep a little happier than after the first heat. Her teammate Julia Simchen is next up. Said in the first heat that her mum and dad and granddad were all sliders. And Jean-Wiki Haddad, I am indebted to our correspondent from Lillehammer for correcting me. Thank you, Snorre Pedersen. He said actually her dad, Alan Wiki, was a much better skeleton slider. He was in fact silver medalist in the '98 World Championships in men's skeleton behind Willy Schneider, who is coaching here this weekend. And her mum, Connie Simpson, slid for Germany. They're based near Altenburg. So Julia sliding for Switzerland, her father and her grandfather's nation. 5.62, started 5.68. Yeah, there you go. So again, colder ice means perhaps the sled's running a little better at the top as well.
Yes, her top is looking really good right now. Nice entrance there. Should get it smooth, get some speed build up here on the highway.
She's actually the less experienced of the two Swiss sliders at the top level. This is her second Worlds, but she's easing into the lead.
Yeah, she's done a lot better run here. This is like nice and smooth. A little hang up there on next 12, not bad. It's in a good form. Decent line through chicane.
Yeah, 3600s up 115 kilometers an hour. 2 Ks quicker than her teammate, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you measure sport in hundreds, everything is a lot. 56.38.
Yeah, she'll be happy with that. That's a good run.
Yeah, really good run. Half a second nearly quicker than her teammate, so she's extended her advantage to 5200s over Sarah Schmidt. There you go. She's looking a little bit more relaxed with that, isn't she? Was very uncertain about the first run.
Yeah, the nerves of the World Champs first run, they're definitely palpable. So it's, you know, get that run in your belt, and it's a lot easier to
And when
relax.
you're new to the track, I mean, and it's worth pointing out, there was a training week last week, but in a regular training, you get 6 trips, and then you start the World Championships. So knowledge takes time to acquire, but that's definitely more of a smile for Julia.
And two, you got to remember that this track, even people have been here, the ice changes every time you come here, and even every day. So it's you know, a new challenge every time.
Right, for Great Britain, the third of our British sliders in the field, lying in 23rd spot. 18th fastest start for Freya Tarbit. Matthias Guggenberger, who helps coach and build the sleds with Martin Sukur. Saw Kenny Howard yelling her off at the top. 5.40.
That right groove is still kicking left pretty hard.
So third best velocity, i.e. the slowest sled through that speed trap so far. I'm sure Freya came here with high hopes, but not being realised in this first day.
Nice highway going here. She didn't take the hit 3 to 4. Sometimes that can take a lot of steering to get that, but it seems like she's doing 10 a little early there, hit the right wall.
Yeah, she opened up the gap back to 0.5 of a second. Probably going to be closer to 1/3 of a second. She's holding a 4400s advantage, second best speed. It's coming together.
Should hold her leader pretty strongly.
Okay, 56.30 run, so 800s quicker than Julia Simchen. Not going to be a quantum leap up the order.
No, but you can see that the times are definitely faster so far, so we're going to see this trending for sure.
Now, we've got some very, very close groups in this field, so we could see an awful lot of changes. So far, no major shocks. Freya, a World Cup debutante. And again, you saw her late and high and then driving it hard down in 10, hit the wall on the inside.
Yeah, that can be, sometimes that can catch you off guard and hurt, it can hurt.
Yeah. And, you know, and the difference, I always say the difference between getting it right and getting it wrong can be, you know, a couple of hundredths of a second where you start the steer. Same as in a racing car, if you're in the wrong place, it's all going downhill very quickly, literally as well as metaphorically. Now then, Elena Peltmans for Belgium, 22nd place, 900ths ahead of Freya Tarbit in the first heat.
Yep, she did a better job handling that groove. Nice entrance into 1.
5:61 for run number 2.
Doesn't have the greatest start, 5:60 in the first heat, 5:61 in the second, so drops into the red behind Tarbit, who started 2100s quicker.
Nice little top section of the track right there. She's looking decent right here too.
And she had a very relaxed looking first run. I mean, that's one of the things, I don't know whether you become more relaxed because that's how you make a Bromley work, or the Bromley works for you because you are that sort of a slider.
Well, I mean, being relaxed on any sled is key.
Not easy on this track.
And when you're going head first at these speeds and on hard track, it's not easy to stay relaxed. So it's something that these athletes work really hard on. And she's doing a great job of it. She looks very relaxed.
Best speed. She's only a few hundreds back, 1200s back at the line. So Freya Tarbit moves up a spot. Yeah, don't wave goodbye from the leader's box yet, Frey. You're not home and dry yet. You've got to stay there for a little. Everybody's so keen to escape Ilko, our finish line cameraman. They just can't wait to get out of it. So Lena Peltman slips a spot for the moment, but of course, if other sleds...
A little spark there on the 3-4 hit.
Yeah, we've gone through the ice already.
Yeah. A little tap there. She did a good job keeping the runners straight after that, though. Yeah, a little skid there, yeah. But decent.
Kristen Bromley, one of Sheffield's greatest exports. He says. Alessia Cripper next up. Yeah, Richard will be chuckling at that. Elena Peltmans has just been down. Alessia Cripper next up. I'm getting all over the place with Alessia Cripper. What's going on today? So, Willi Schneider there, 1998 men's skeleton world champion. He's been coaching a long time. He's got a lot of hard yards under his belt with young athletes. He really knows what he's about. He builds their sleds. He builds a lot of customer sleds. There are a lot of Schneiders in the field.
A lot of sleds.
Yeah.
Yep, he supports a lot of athletes with equipment.
He's the Ryan Davenport of his era, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Little skid there.
I was going to venture that it looked a little tidier at the top than in her first heat. But actually, I think as the speed builds, she was struggling a little more in the first run.
And sometimes with a little bit more speed, it actually gets a little bit easier, to be honest.
and that might be, you know, what they had hoped the weather was going to be, a little bit colder than it's turned into. And so maybe, you know, she looked like she was not on the right equipment in the first heat. This looks a lot better in the second.
Yeah, she's having a great run here.
And then look at the advantage. She's really starting to grow that gap over Freya. Yeah. Well, fastest start in this heat so far, 5:31. Alessia is one of the quicker getaways. 56.24 compared to 56.54 in the first heat. So that's a substantial advantage over her first run. Again, some of that will be harder, faster ice. And some of it will be dialing herself into today's conditions.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a mix of both. All these athletes have looked a lot better so far, so...
Always that big smile.
This is probably the biggest mistake she made out of one right there. Just fought a little bit, got a little skid, hit a little left wall, but she got it back quickly. Again, you can see how rutted out that wall is out of 3, and sometimes it can be unpredictable in how it kicks you.
Yeah, and how far down you hit it, because if you hit it where the hole in the ice stops, Forza Italia! Bye, bye, bye! See you tomorrow. There you go. See, her English is better than mine by a million miles. Next up, Hannah Neiser for Germany. The Olympic champion Hannah Neiser. Yeah, that one. Yes.
Definitely a
Germany
surprise.
have not had a good first run. They really need something.
Well, that groove kicked her pretty hard. Did a good job of saving that.
5.50.
A little slower.
Yeah. And 1900 slower than Alessia Cripper. Her advantage over Alessia was just 400s. Hannah Neiser is going to have to really drive her socks off tomorrow to find something out of this.
Yeah, she's got a little skid there, but pretty good through here. See if she can get some speed out of 10 here.
All right, she's level coming into...
Oh, dropped out early.
There you go.
Still #1 speed.
Yeah, but that hit is going to rob her of it. And she's a little at 6s and 7s.
Yep, and it fell back there. Third fastest speed out of 14.
Well, Crippa's not the fastest at the bottom. She might just have the lead at the line from the Italian. She does, 1800, so she held it together in the heart. Christian Bauder, the Bundestrainer, and Alexander Auer. Alex, one of two sliding brothers, and their father, Christian Auer. You race against Christian, or had he retired by the time
He was. I actually did like a little bit of racing here, not a lot.
Yeah. He was one of the big legends of Austrian sliding in the early days, before this became an Olympic discipline in Salt Lake 2002.
I don't want to age myself too much.
You remember the name.
Yeah, I know. He's a great guy.
You know the name, You've heard of Beethoven. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Not a bad looking run from Neisser, but not a great day one, I'm afraid, for the Olympic champion. Not hard to read that body language, is it? So, for Puerto Rico, yes, Kelly Delker started her career in the US program. And so she knows this track really well. And it showed in the first heat. 19th place. And she's got a great opportunity now as the track has clearly changed.
Yeah.
She'll have that knowledge, that experience, that when she puts in her first couple of... Oh, here we go. That's...
59.
And that penny drops and she knows what she's doing.
Yeah. She definitely has a good opportunity here to pick up some spots if she throws on a good run. A little late into 4, it might hang her up. Yep. And that's going to hang her up there. Now she's a little behind, so that's going to hurt her a little bit now.
At the moment, 1800s between leader Hannah Neisser and second place Alessia Crippa. She's dropping behind them. Freya Tarbert is 6400s back.
This is where she kind of put it together and brought it back a little bit first run, though. She's good down bottom. Let's see what she can do. Oh.
Looked like a good chicane.
She had the exit and she fought it.
Had the hit. Not as good as her first run. Well, that's the thing about a 4-heat race, is they're not all brilliant. 56.76. That's actually 3/10 slower than her first heat, where everybody else around her has gone a bit quicker. So 4th with the top 18 still to go. So unfortunately, it looks like she may have dropped out of the top 20 overnight.
Yeah, she's going to be disappointed with that one. She's definitely capable of more than that here. Just a couple key mistakes, and they add up right here. That skid, throwing the leg out, and up top. It's hard to make up that speed that you lose up top. Hit there was a little early, a little hard, and you don't see she got the cross up into 4, so she went in a little late, a little parallel. And then here, she actually had a pretty good exit out of 14, and she fought it and threw her through a skid. So.
As the sled got light, it broke away from her. You dip down under the outrun there and then come back up, and that's where the sled just kind of floats a little bit, and if you're sideways there, it doubles the effect.
Yep. Yeah, you get a little bit of almost a negative G-force there. It kind of lifts up, and if you're off at all, it'll pull off into that direction.
Yep, shades of Altenberg. Next up, Julia Erlacher for Austria. Julia, the Europe Cup champion this year. Standout season for her in the second tier of sliding. Mickey Grunberger. Well, Sammy Meyer's setup wasn't right. Maybe the Austrians have just not got the right runners for the conditions for the first heat. 5:25 is not as quick as her first start either. Last 2 or 3 haven't been as quick as their first start. I wonder if the start area is just starting to frost up a little.
And that group could get beat up a little bit throughout the day too. A dive off there.
Whoa, from 2500s up to 900s up. She'll be in the red at the next clock.
Yeah, and she missed the push out of 10. Speed's not there.
Sideways.
Gonna have 2 hits here. Yeah, she's falling back. She's bleeding.
She'll be down to 3rd. Ahead of Freya Tarbert. So pushing Freya back down. Kelly Delker back down as well. 4th place, she's behind Freya Tarbert. 5500s off the lead.
Slower than her first run.
Yeah, Mickey Grunberger's got a lot of thinking to do. Got to get it right tomorrow and try and give the Austrians a chance to shoot back up the order.
Carl, you had mentioned making adjustments between heats with where we saw the dominant German team.
Well, when you choose your runners for the day, it's based on what you expect the weather to be on race day. You do it the night before, you polish them to mirror perfection, and then you're stuck with them for the day. And if the weather is not what it was expected to be, the best you can do is sort of adjust the rock on the sled to try and mitigate the damage.
Well, I can tell you the weather in Lake Placid in spring is unpredictable. I've been watching the weather this week, and it's been all over the place.
It really has, yeah. -20 to +9. It's been quite the roller coaster. Well, there's Julia. Still one of our younger, less experienced sliders. This lady is not, however, Jackie Pfeiffer. As Jacqueline Lurling, she was the 2017 Women's Skeleton World Champion. She took a silver medal in 2015 on home ice.
Yeah, this is definitely a surprise. I wouldn't be surprised to see her throw down a good run here and move up the rankings a little bit. But
I quite fancied her as an outside bet for maybe even for a gold medal. Oh, rolls over the sled, over-rotated at the start. And she doesn't have a quick start. She was obviously really trying to find something.
no, but she's made some uncharacteristic mistakes first run. Right now, she's looking really good. I think that she's going to get a little late in the four. Let's see if she fixes this. Good fix there. She's back on track.
The longer the track, the harder it is. The more corners there are, the better chance she stands. But she's barely staying ahead of Hannah Neiser.
Oh, hung up a little bit down 12, but handled it well. Let's see how she does at 14. Yeah, she's doing great. Good run.
And that's really going to add speed at the bottom. So she'll go from 2200s to getting on for 4/10 in front. Might even be 4500s in front. 55.72. That's a really solid run.
Yeah,
7/10 of a second better.
She should get some time in the leader box, I imagine, with that one, but we'll see.
Well, 55.72 was the 6th fastest run in the first heat. That's where she should be.
Yeah,
so that's the start of the comeback.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long road. And over-rotate. You see how desperate she is to try and squeeze every ounce of speed out of her body.
Yeah, she was going hard there, and she got hung up here a little bit right there, but she did a great job of handling. Look at that, no big skid off the exit. That's a veteran right there that handled that well.
Well, and that's it. Going in, she knew what was going to happen on the way out, so it wasn't a surprise or a drama. She just flew and took it.
Yeah.
Bis morgen. Yeah. Okay, now then, for Italy, Valentina Margaglio, 5th fastest starter. What on earth's she doing down in 18th? Well, that's been the story of her season. And it hasn't got a lot better.
5:16, solid start.
Yeah.
Right now with a 5:16, one of the quickest.
Well, little skid there, 1 to 2. That's not going to help her.
That is equal fastest start of the competition so far, but Valentina traditionally is win it or bin it, everywhere or nowhere. And this year it's been really a tough struggle.
Yeah, and sometimes, I mean, she's newer on the tour, and when you find that success, sometimes you have that little bit of a sophomore slump, you know, and having a rough ride here.
Right, it's now been 14 months since her last podium finish on a skeleton sled. It's a long drought. 1700s up. She was 6900s up. She's going to be about 3/10 back at the line. Wow. I mean, I'm not going to say unmitigated disaster, but that was not a good run.
Not the run she wanted to have, no.
That was an absolute shocker. And that's how her season has been. Okay, disaster. The spark of redemption, that we haven't seen the silver lining to the cloud that's been her 24-25 season.
Yeah, she definitely has the talent. It's just sometimes you get in the mental, it's a mental game, right? And sometimes you get off and it's hard to get back.
And you know what? I see them slide and she always, like Alessia, she always comes off with a smile.
Yeah.
And they must know more than we're seeing. But Valentina, whoa, big slump.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, How can you not smile? You're just going down a mile-long ice track head first. I mean, come on.
Well, it's because you're playing St Andrews and you've just hacked it into the woods, and it's an 11 on a par 3. That's why you don't smile. All right, here we go. Now then, first 10 sleds are down. 15th place after the first of our 2 heats, Shann Dan of China. And again, a run that started promisingly and sort of came unraveled in the Devil's Highway.
Decent start.
She's got 2,500ths of a second lead.
Nice and relaxed, nice line there. Looking good so far, nice and smooth. Build that speed up top. Smooth hit there. Yeah, she's throwing together a good run right here.
2,500ths over Jackie Pfeiffer from the first heat. 2/10 quicker at the start, so that all adds up to 4,500ths up. Now out to 8/10. This is what we've seen from Shann Dan in the last couple of seasons. And again, she flies on the exit and doesn't have a drama landing it.
Oh, squeaked it through. That was a good save.
This is a great run from Shann Dan.
Man.
I know there's a man on a narrowboat somewhere leaping up and down. Calm down, Woody. 55.08. Wow. Okay, to put that into perspective, fastest run in the first heat, 55.47. She's gone nearly 4/10 quicker than anybody so far down this mountain this afternoon.
That's great. That was a great run. She's going to be really happy with that. Yeah, you can see her. Good start, smooth from top to bottom.
She's getting the love from Bree Schaff as well. One of the nicest runs we've seen today, and I can't disagree.
Right here, she just squeaked that through. That was nicely done.
And beautiful. Didn't get a slightest sideways twitch. Breathed it through. Yes, thumbs up. And you know it's in there, and when it comes out, I don't know how that feeling must be, but that's what it looks like on her face. Now then, Great Britain's Amelia Coltman started the season with gold in Pyeongchang. Let's see what she can produce. She's had a pretty decent history in her brief World Championship career. This is only her second Worlds. She was European Championship bronze medalist this season. She finished 6th in the world in Winterberg on her debut last year. See what she's got.
Well, she handled that well. That right groove has been kicking pretty hard. She did a great job of handling that.
She's already back by 7. Now it's 1,400ths of a second.
All right, so Shann Dan starting quicker, and the gap between them was tiny. Just seeing what Dan did. Amelia needs a very big run here.
A little early there. That's going to hang her up. She's skidding right there. That's going to cost her.
Well, while the Chinese sled seems to have got into the window, Amelia seems to have gone out of the window.
Speed's decent. Saved it with the 10. Let's see how she can bring it back a little bit here in 14.
Down behind Shann Dan and Jackie Pfeiffer at the moment on the split. She's now back up to second. She's not going to catch the Chinese athlete. Whoa!
Yeah, but she stopped the bleeding a little bit. Let's see what's in the second.
Yeah, 55.98, about 8800ths back. I mean, that is a big difference. She's 100th ahead of Jackie Pfeiffer.
Yeah, she did a good job. That was a little rough up in the highway, and she did a great job at 10 and 14, getting a push up there, and was able to bring some time back there.
In almost any other race, if Amelia Coltman was ahead of Jackie Pfeiffer, Valentina Margalio, Hannah Neiser, she'd be in the medals. Not so today. Now, one swallow does not make a summer, and one day of racing does not make a world championship. But she still has work to do.
Not every day you see 3 German sleds out of the top 10.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, she's cut it again. Cut it earlier in training. Cut it a second time a couple of days ago. Cut it again.
Track is clear.
See another one of our jury members from Salt Lake City there. Kimber Gabrisak, one of your former teammates.
Yep.
Yeah, she's been a jury member for a long while.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to get some people in and supporting the sport.
Yep, like so many, giving something back after their own athletic career, coaching as jury members, technical commissioners. Now then, Suzanne Crea, 2023 Women's Skeleton World Champion, and she was 13th after the first of our 4 heats.
Nice lines here, 1, 2, 3. A little late in the 4. She did a good job of handling that. Not a bad highway, not great, not bad. See what she can get out of here at 10. Decent speed.
Second best, but 1100s back. There's a yawning gap between Shann Dan and Amelia Coltman in second. 2100s back. She's not going to catch the Chinese slider, is she?
No, she's not.
Shann Dan is going to, I think Shann is going to climb a long way. If Shann Dan's not top 6, I would be surprised at the end of this heat.
That would be a big jump.
That's a hell of a jump. It's the fastest run down so far.
Yeah.
So 55.46, 1600 slower than Shann Dan. So actually maybe not. No, still maybe top 6. I think there's probably a lot more vagary to come today. Now, I'm being told by Jack Thomas that Curve 19, I don't know, do you know this? Is it called Big Red after Caleb Smith? Or is this just some malicious coach ribbing that I shouldn't have read out?
Sounds like fake news to me. No, I don't know.
Never
Not
trust,
that I know of, but it could be.
Never trust Timon or Pumba or Jack Thomas.
I'm sure there's a good story behind that, though.
We'll ask Caleb.
We'll have to find out.
Then, we'll put that to one side because we have our last women's world champion on this track next up, Katie Ulander. She's struggling for speed at the start. She's got injuries that she's carrying, and isn't that the story of half of her skeleton career?
Yeah, she's on her load. She loaded a little early there.
Yeah.
You need to get over that crest and get some acceleration steps over that crest. Critical.
5:49 first heat, 5:44 first heat, 5:49 second. But boy, she knows this track. She's got a very distinctive sliding style.
Yeah, she does. She's actually looking pretty good, their form.
Yeah. From a 10th up to 900s back. Showing her up to 3rd place on the splits.
Decent run so far. Speed's okay out of Shady there. Let's see how she does here.
I think this is going to be 2nd at the line. Good run through the chicane.
Speed's still not quite there, though.
Yeah, 3rd best speed. Suzanne Crea's 3,300s back. 2nd or 3rd is going to be very close. Could be the first of our dead heats. Not quite. 500s behind Suzanne Crea, so she drops a couple of spots.
Fallbacks 3 spots. That's a surprise.
Yeah,
I thought she'd pick up some spots.
She'll be disappointed with that 2nd run.
Yeah, the 46 start, I think it was, she's got to improve on that. She's got to get over that crest and get some more speed off this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that unique style. She really uses her feet and kind of.
Yep.
And she's done it, and she's done it well. Little fall off of 12. I mean, it was a decent run, but.
Yeah, she wanted to move up, and instead she's slipped a couple. So she's 3rd place with the fastest 11 to go. And one thing you never get out of Katie is you never see her give up.
Yeah, she works hard.
Now then, same here for Kelly Curtis, her teammate, missed last season on maternity leave, came back this year, and it seems she's still got that same spidey feeling on the sled. Speed is coming back at the start as well, 5:34.
Her magic numbers at 55:38.
Same as her first start.
Yeah, absolutely on the money. And again, of course, knows the track well, so a great place to come back to a Worlds.
Didn't take the hit 3 to 4. See how that works out for her.
Well, she's gone from 2600s up to 800s up. She'll be in the red at the next clock. Losing a lot of speed to Shann Dan. Oh no, she stopped the bleeding.
1:11.1. Wow.
Best speed. And again, not your traditional classical heels together, you know, aerodynamic style, it's very similar to KTU. She's got that knees apart.
Yeah, even right now. Let's see.
Yeah.
She'll probably fall back, but might not by a lot.
By much. Few hundreds at the line.
600s.
Yeah. All right. Shao moves up, but that's going to be a close one. That was a pretty decent second heat for Kelly Curtis. So 10 fastest sleds to go. She will be no worse than 12th overnight. That's not bad at all.
No, not bad at all. Coming back.
Yeah.
Having a baby. I mean, being competitive, top 10 in the world right now, and World Championships. That's pretty dang good.
Talking at the beginning of the season, she's saying that's the first time I've had to race in a nursing bra. You know? I mean, and it's that, you know, it's the really basic fundamental stuff. We were talking the other day, and she's talking about expressing between heats, and you know.
Things to clean up.
And
Thanks for watching.
she's here with her family. Her mum and dad are here, and she's kind of thinking that maybe her mum is going to start the weaning process while they're here.
Oh.
So, you know, away from mama and with grandma, maybe the baby is going to start to, step
Someone's
up.
not getting sleep.
Let's say. All right, here we go. Top 10 from our first heat. Jane Channel. Brooms well back. Those of you who've been following, those of you who've been following Jane's career will know the story of being hit by track workers' brooms in Innsbruck.
I remember that well.
Oh, yeah.
21.
5:21, 19 in the first heat, 21 in the second. Still among the top 5 starters in the field.
A little skid there, 1 to 2.
But again, she's got so many yards under the sled. She's got that experience.
Good highway.
Most of her first heat advantage over Shann Dan still alive. It's coming down in smaller increments.
Oh, she missed the push there. Speed's not there.
No.
Dropped out of 10 too early. Hung up on 12 a little bit. That's going to cost her.
And into the red she goes. I was just saying how well she was doing. There we go. 13th best speed. So in free fall now. Where's she going to end up? 5th at the line. 55.85 in the first heat.
She'll be disappointed with that one. That fell apart a little bit.
55.85 in the second, and Shann Dan went 7/10 quicker, and that's why she is still in the lead.
She had a good run going on into 10, and then she just missed that push, and that cost you.
Yeah, still climbing over that Lake Placid logo.
Right here you see just dropped out too early. Didn't get the push to get that speed. Cost you dearly. And then here, it was a decent chicane, but then just fighting a little bit.
Yeah, and the speed had gone by then, so.
4-heat race.
All right.
I love that attitude.
I know.
It's true.
The maple leaf and the rising sun, reflecting her dad and her mum's history there. All right, next up, Janine Flock of Austria, 9th place, 3,500s back. 300s ahead of Jane Channel, and this is a group that goes all the way up to 3rd place. Kim Bos is only 1900s ahead of Janine Flock. This could be the big moving group.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some movement here. It's a tight group, and I wouldn't be surprised to see her move up here too. 600
slower than her first start. Her form is always exemplary.
Beautiful so far. Nice and smooth up top. Uh-oh, a little early there. It's going to hang her up there. She handled it well. She gets to get that back pretty quickly.
2300s up to 1100s up. It's going to be parity as she gets to Shady. No, she stopped the bleeding.
Oh, that was good. Good speed. That was a great push out of 10.
Whips down there. Top speed for Janine.
We're in the 14. See that? Nope, she had. Oh, it didn't get her.
Oh, second best. Still with a slender lead. Oh, Shann Dan's got this though. It's all coming unraveled in the heart. And crawls across the line. 55.64. About 2/10 better nearly than her first heat. But Shann Dan leads. We're getting close to that top 6.
Wow, that was
8 remain.
She'll definitely be disappointed in that one. She had a great run going, and got a great push out of 10. Her speed was amazing. And then here you see on 12, she gets hung up a little bit there. And then chicane gets her.
Yeah, it's the nature of this track, isn't it? One mistake just unravels your whole run.
Yeah, it's hard to get it back. It takes a few curves to get back a mistake, and sometimes it's a little bit more than you can get it back quick enough, and it hurts you.
Yeah, if you haven't got it going into the heart, you're not going to find it in there either.
No, there's no time to be found down there. There's time to be lost. But there's not a lot of time to be found.
Now, Shann Dan leads. Kelly Curtis has also moved up. Janine Flock down to 3rd with our fastest 8 to go. So Kelly Curtis will be in the top 10 overnight.
Yeah, she'll be happy with that.
Won't she, though? Li Yuqi of China now, 6th fastest starter, 5:22 in the first heat. Came down into 8th place.
Slower.
Yeah, everybody's doing that. 500-600 slower at the start.
Yeah, and it could be that sprit's starting to set up a little bit. Tracks might be slowing down a smidgen. Nice 3-4 there.
Now she was by some margin the better of the Chinese sliders in the first heat. She better stay green all the way to the line, or she's going to lose that. 4100s up, 2600s up, 1600s up. She's going to be in the red.
Yeah. Not going to be by a lot, but it's definitely going to be the red. She's got a good, decent run going.
Yeah. 4th best speed. Shann Dan fastest at
Might
the
be
bottom.
a tie.
Oh, it could well be a tie. It's going to be close. 200s up at the last clock. 500s back.
Wow.
You see Dan there. Whoa. I'm not sure what the Chinese for whoa is, but they make the same shape with the mouth as we do. Whoa, indeed. So let's put this into context. Lee was 8th after the first heat, 3300s back. Xiao was 15th, 7200s back. She's overturned her teammate by just under half a second.
Wow,
in one run.
That's impressive. That's I mean, she had a great run, and that just goes to show it takes 4 runs, and it can, you know. So
I didn't see the catapult that fired her off the top, but it was, boy, she was flying. It looked good, and we're seeing now how good it was. There's Dirk Matchens. There's the man who's looking really happy. He won't be really happy until they're 1-2.
Yeah.
All right, now then, for Brazil, Nicole Silveira. Let's see what she's got. Mimi Reneva helping out with the coaching because her main coach, her sled builder, Richard Bromley, is watching at home on TV. Richard, take it easy. He is desperately disappointed not to be here, but his surgery day came up and he couldn't turn it down. 5:30, I mean, he could barely walk, to be honest, so, you know.
Get healthy.
Getting old like that. Good start from Nicole, top 10 starting. A little hard, 3 to 4.
Yeah, she did a good job of absorbing it, though. Got it right back. Good highway.
She's had such a strong season. Her first 2 World Cup medals have come this year. Been absolutely an outstanding season for Nicole Silveira. Whoa, big height. Lots of air, but she landed it nicely. 1700s up, 1200s up, 4th best speed.
This is going to be tight.
I think she might have it if she's clean here. Just enough at the line. Yes. Ooh. Takes the lead from Xiao. So my prediction of a top 6 for Shann Dan might not happen.
Hey, there's still some sliders to go. Anything's possible.
And this is this tough group. And again, you know, where is Nicole? 2900s off the lead, 1600s off the lead, is 3rd. So she was 1300s out of bronze.
Yeah.
That's one mistake.
Yeah, Nicole, she had a pretty good run here.
Yeah.
You know, a few small mistakes, but she held it together and held her spot, which is key.
And look, she's not been anything close to this position in the World Championships before. She's done it in the World Cup, but that's different, and the pressure and she knows how many people are watching back home in Brazil.
Yeah. And she's been doing a great job.
Yes, she really has. And she's really responding well to it. She's not getting tense or stressed. She's just feeling that flow.
Yeah.
So this is the vest of our world champion, Hallie Clark of Canada. Hallie, fully 20 years old now. Boyer yelling over the barriers there. Kevin Boyer here helping out. Eric Nielsen here is up. I mean, everybody who's mobile in Canada, whoever slid, is here this weekend.
Yeah, it's good to get people out of the woodwork. Get a lot of faces around here. That's good to see.
Yeah. And just that warm blanket of comfort and knowledge around you. 1100's up. She's actually creeping away from Nicole Silveira at the moment. She's our defending world champion.
Yeah, the highway was not as smooth. She's fighting a little bit. Small stuff.
Gaps coming back down. Not as quick as Silveira. She's not as heavy as Silveira. She doesn't have that mass to help her accelerate, but she's bringing it back. 900s. This is going to be close. I think still single digits.
Getting a little sloppy down the heart.
Oh, how close! 1100s. She just held on to it.
Definitely some stuff to clean up on that, but she kept it together. Sometimes it's you just gotta hang on and keep it the best you can, you know, and that's what she did.
We got another 2 heats of this to go. No, don't want to peak too soon. This is going to be tight. This is going to be tight. I think this is hard to read. Wow. And again, buried her head there. Good job. All right. Hallie Clark, world champion, then junior world champion. So she's got all the titles. She didn't get the European champion because she's not European. Hallie Clark leads from Nicole Silveira and Shann Dan, our fastest 5 to come. And in that 5, Anna Fernstaedt. Wow. Started her career in Berchtesgaden, Bavaria. She went to the Julia School at Koenigsee. Started her career as a German slider. 2-time Olympian. She went to Pyeongchang for Germany. Went to Beijing for the Czech Republic.
Yeah, she's learned from some of the best.
Yeah, she really has. And she doesn't start well, but in the classic German style, she really drives well. And her first heat was one of the best I've seen her slide. 5:49.
A little slower there.
Yeah, like everybody else, just losing a little in that start area. But look at the neat lines early on. Little square taps, same as in the first heat.
Love those eyes. You can tell she is focused.
Hallie Clark started a lot quicker, the current leader. She's bringing the gap down. 1300s, 1200s, 900s.
Good push there. Yep, good speed.
Second best speed, quicker than Clark. Slower only than Janine Flott. Shann Dan was fastest at the bottom. Shoots
there
the
you go.
chicane.
Wow, look at that speed. She's going to bring this back.
Yeah. Top 5 at the end of the first heat. She's going to take the lead by not much. 300ths of a second. And you know what? 55.37, exactly the same down time as we've just seen from Hallie Clark. 300s up in the first heat, stays 300s up.
There you go.
You want a race? You've got a race.
Yep, these times, we got some close times, these next few sliders. This is going to be...
There's Leslie Stratton, one of her longest standing friends in the sliding fraternity. Les slid for Sweden.
And she slid for the U.S. too.
Yeah.
I coached Leslie.
Started her career in the U.S. Lots of athletes start in one nation and find a home in another.
That's a nice chicane there.
Yeah. That was as neat a run as her first.
She's happy.
Yeah. She is, and she should be. All right, outstanding day 1 for Anna Fernstaedt. Fastest 4 to go. We've got Great Britain, the Netherlands, USA, and Belgium. That's the top 4. You heard correct. No Germans involved so far. Day 2 might change all of that. We'll see. But Tabby Sturker.
Give a great first start, 5:17. Let's see what she can do here.
See Freya Tarbit there yelling over the barrier. She's already back at the top. She comes out of the groove really badly. But 5:19 start, so she was as close to her first start as anybody's got. But look at the speed, 14th velocity. And it's pinballing all the way down. Come on, Tabs. She'll be in the red at the next clock from 3400s over Anna Fernstaedt.
Getting back here, but yeah, it's going to damage is done.
Well,
missed the push out of 10 there. Speed's not going to be there. 19 fastest.
It's a race of 4 heats, and she's going to need the other 2 to reclaim some of this lost ground.
Oh, boy.
And she's lost the speed that she needs for the lines that she wants. So she's now having to make it up as she goes down.
Wow.
Yeah. 56.11, really disappointing second run for Tabby Sturker, and you saw it on the face of Matthias Guggenberger. She was in there swinging for the medals in the first heat.
That's really too bad.
Ahead. Yeah, it is, and it happens, and it's sport, and
getting that hit before curve 1, that can sometimes really throw you off your game. And when you get a big hit like that, it's hard to get it back sometimes. And you'll see here this right groove has been throwing left hard, and it got her right here.
Yeah. She's having a big steer.
Hit there.
Still takes a huge hit on the wall. And then the top half of the track was sideways, and the bottom half she didn't have the speed, so that wasn't working the way she expected it to. I mean, who's ridden up the wall in the chicane?
Yeah, but she showed that she can do it, you know. We've got 2 more runs, so anything's possible.
Okay. Kimberley Bos, Netherlands, 3rd after the first of our 2 heats. First of our 4 heats, first of our 2 heats today. There's the habit of a season. 1600s off the lead. She was only 400s ahead of Anna Fernstaedt. Now she does start quick, 5:29, 5:28 in the first heat, so she's really pushing the limit here. 2 tenths added to her lead over Fernstaedt, out to 2600s as she lay down.
A little bit of a hard hit out of 3 there, put her a little early in 4, but she did a great job of handling that. She's right back on track here.
And she's a real Kristen Bromley slide, and you know what Kristen looked like on a sled. She never looks like tight and you know, perfect form, but she really flows.
Yeah, there's a balance between letting the sled run a lot and then getting the line exactly where you need, and it's finding that balance, right?
Yep. 2600s up at the start, 2200s up as she comes down into the lower part of the track. She'll have the lead with 2 to go.
Yeah.
Yep, 55.24, but that does mean that Anna Fernstaedt will be no worse than 4th place overnight. Her best ever World Championship result, Anna, I think, was a 4th place. It was in Koenigsegg back in 2017 on her debut, but on her home track.
Yeah. Not to be said for the home track, but it's great result to be going into day 2 for her.
Yeah,
so.
What a confidence builder.
Yeah, right here she got hit. You can see a little early there.
Well, Kim is a real fighter, and like her coach, you just saw Kristen Bromley, she's so relaxed, and the body seems like it's kind of all over the place, but she just lets the sled do its thing.
Yeah.
Hello.
Happy as always.
Yeah, there's the family in orange. 2 to go. Mystique Ro for the USA. A World Championship push starter here in 2022. Can she convert that into medals here? 8th place in Winterberg last year, but on home ice, the fastest starter in the competition. 5:18 in the first heat, 5:16 in the first heat, 5:15 quicker again.
It looks beautiful, smooth, effortless. Hung up there a little bit on 2. Let's see how she handles that here. Oh, a little early into 4. Let's see how she handles this. This is going to be hung up a little bit. And
she had a 10th over Kimberley Bos. She went 1400s quicker at the start, so net gain 2400s. She's bringing it back again, dropped from 3500s.
Oh, speed's not quite there.
Whoa.
Nerves might be getting to her a little bit on this run.
All right.
See if she can keep it in striking distance.
Rattles through the chicane.
Oh,
17th speed. She's only the 24th sled. Still in the green, but she is going to lose. How far back?
2, 3,
4th. Oh. Okay, tied. There's our first tie in the second heat with Nicole Silveira of Brazil. So it should be no worse than equal 5th. She's going to have 2 epic runs tomorrow to undo that one. In a 4-heat race, you can just about afford 1 loose run.
Yeah.
2, you're done.
No, she's definitely within striking distance for a medal, and that's where she wants to be, right? So, but she definitely, her first run was really nice. This one, there was some time left on the tail for sure.
Yeah. Overdriving, a little tight, a little tense, or just not quite the equipment that she needed as the track gets colder and faster compared to the first heat. Well, Mystique is still in there swinging, and one thing we know, tomorrow she'll come back and she'll be looking for start records, and she'll be looking to try and put herself in the medal frame again. So Kim Marmons of Belgium, she was our first heat leader, started 5:23.
Wow, she handled that groove really well. She's done that down.
500 slower, 5:28. So her first heat advantage over Mystique Ro has gone. Her first heat advantage over Kimberley Bos has not quite gone.
Oh, a little skid there. Did a great job of handling that. She's really smooth.
All right, now she needs to dig into that German training and build speed on the way down, because at Shady, she's in the red. 12th best speed, she's not going to turn this around, is she?
No.
We're going to have a Kim in the lead, but it's not going to be Kim Marmons, it's going to be Kim Bos. A 10th back.
11th fast speed.
Anna Fernstaedt is going to be 2nd overnight. Kim Marmons 3rd at the line, 4th at the line, 7th at the line. Oh my lord.
That's surprising.
Oh. Kimberley Bos, Anna Fernstaedt, Hallie Clark. Well, I was going to say after her second heat, Anna Fernstaedt will sleep well tonight. Will she?
Wow, we said there would be some movement. There was some movement. Woo, did not disappoint, did it?
Well, this is, I mean, skeleton is more random, let's say, or more subject to the vagaries of the track than perhaps bobsled.
Yeah.
And it is more like snakes and ladders, and boy, she landed on a snake there.
Yeah, it's definitely keeps it exciting, doesn't it?
This is too tough to call. Kimberley Bos leads from Anna Fernstaedt and Hallie Clark. If you had that top 3 after the first day, can you tell me what the lotto winning numbers are for Saturday? Boy, oh boy. Now then, our final 3 sliders, and this is to try and get into the top 25 overnight. Laura Vargas of Colombia, 1.99 back. Sarah Schmidt was 1.72 back. So she has work to do. She needs to find a couple of tenths in this and the 3rd heat.
Yeah,
and that's doable on this track. Clean up just 1 or 2 errors and you're flying.
Yeah. And these guys are fighting for pride. They're fighting for that 4th run, which is, you want to take a 4th run.
Yeah.
And so it's fighting for pride.
And in the end, you're not actually racing anybody else. It's you, the stopwatch, and the track. You're fighting to be better than run 1, Laura Vargas, and that's what it's all about.
Yep.
Whether you're Kimberley Bos at the head of the field, or if you're bringing up the tail, you're still striving to be better than your first run.
She's having a great run here.
She is. She's still 26th at the moment on the splits. Let's see if she can chip into that top 25 overnight, because that will certainly help her confidence for tomorrow's 3rd run. 22nd best speed.
Yeah, she's having a great run. Little skid going into 17 there, but shouldn't cost her too much.
How close is she going to be? 26th at the line.
It's close.
Yeah, it is close.
Within striking distance of that top 25.
And again, as we've seen from so many sliders, it's much easier to give away time than it is to win it. So sometimes, talked to Dirk Matchens again, yes, he said, all you need is 4 half-decent runs and you're looking good. Yeah, as long as none of them are catastrophes.
Yep.
If you don't have a horror story, then suddenly, you know,
Consistency is key for sure.
100%. And that's got to be the hardest thing in this sport, is to be consistent.
And it's going to be a tell 2 days. Tomorrow's conditions are going to be very different than today. So it's going to be interesting to see how people react and handle it.
Well, she has the benefit of lots of time on North American tracks. Clara Aznar of Spain does not have that advantage. The 17-year-old doesn't have much time on any tracks, as you might imagine from being 17. It's her first full season in the World Cup.
Yeah, I'd say being in the World Championships age 17 is a victory right there.
Absolutely.
Really cool.
I know her teammate Ana Torres Quevedo, who had quite a heavy crash in training a couple of days ago, who scratched from today's race. I know she'll be watching up at the top, offering all her support.
Did not know that. I hope she's okay.
Yeah, she's okay. I think she had a little bit of concussion, and they just kind of went, okay.
Yeah, not worth pushing through that.
Yeah.
You end up like me.
In the end, it's a race. It's a 4-heat race, but it's a race, and next year is the year to focus on. So 27th on the splits, 26th best speed. Little wild Clara. Again, what you're looking at here is an athlete really in the foothills of her career.
And she's having a much better second round.
Yeah.
You can tell those nerves are gone.
And she's got the feel of the ice from the first heat. Okay, it's changed a little, but not as dramatically as it did from training 2 days ago. And there's the man behind the program, and the Mirambel slid on his own. Actually, kind of teamed up with Kristen Bromley and Shelley Rudman a lot of the time, but and was a Bromley slider.
One of my favorites.
Yeah,
great person.
Driving this program along, and he's pushing the bobsleigh team as well. There's a lot going on. He's juggling a lot of plates.
He's helping grow the sport. That's good.
Yep. Yeah, leave a legacy and build on it. He's not finished leaving that legacy. So Clara has completed her second heat, day 1 done of the Worlds. She'll be back again tomorrow for that 3rd heat. And the same, I guess, for Shannon Galea of Malta. Again, born and bred in Canada, so she started with so many other athletes here in Calgary, Alberta. And has a Canadian legend as her coach.
There's been a lot of sliders that come from Calgary.
Yeah, the loss of the track. That's really, I mean, it's a loss for the whole sport.
It's a loss for the whole sport.
For the Canadians.
Yeah, it is. It was a great track, great area, great recruiting for the Canadian program.
Yep. 587 getaway.
You can tell she's had time on a push.
So 575. Whoa, and a little wild
rough 2-3.
Yeah.
Oh boy, late before this could be. She's getting it back together here a little bit, keeping good form at least.
And again, she has more experience of these North American tracks than of the tracks in Europe.
Just getting that around there.
Starting to find her way down. I'm sure her target is to complete this, learn a little bit more about these 4-heat races, and move on to try and qualify for the Milano Cortina Games. Across the line in 28th place with a 59.21, 59.31 first heat, so it looked tidier, and that was reflected in the speed.
Pretty consistent.
Yep. 1/10 of a second improvement. Better every run, that's the target, whether you're first or last.
Yeah. Yeah, a little crazy there. For curve 2, that's a lot of action.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how it looked in training when it was really cold. We might see a lot more of that tomorrow. Temperatures due to drop quite significantly.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see a little bit colder, faster, harder ice tomorrow. Always makes for some fun TV, right?
It should be. Definitely should be. So big smile on the face of Shannon Galea of Malta as she completes the second heat, but an even bigger one, I'm sure, on the face of Kimberley Bos of the Netherlands, our first heat leader. She had the lead in the first heat, extended it in the second. And she now has has a near 2/10 of a second advantage.
She is happy with that.
She is happy. She's always happy, even when she's not happy. Even when she was having to walk off the top because she was so injured to get points, she was still doing it and doing it happily. Anna Fernstaedt second, Hallie Clark third, Mystique Ro fourth. Nicole Silveira tied for fourth now, ahead of Shann Dan, who did make it into sixth in the end.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. When you said that was a bold prediction.
It was more of a stab in the dark. But there you go. I mean, a lot. And we looked at those groups. We said a lot of action is going to happen, a lot of movement, and boy, there was. And that's just day one. So join us for all the action tomorrow. Sarah Roderick will join me for the final runs of the men's competition in the morning, and Zach will be back for the afternoon for the women. We'll see you then. Until then, from everybody here, from me, Martin Haven, Zach Land, and the whole IBSF TV crew, we'll see you then. Bye for now.
Chicken fingers, crispy crinkle cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and the secret cane sauce that makes everything that much better. One love.
Eins, zwei, drei. Hallo, hallo. Hier ist Lake Placid. Janine Flock als Europameisterin, Gesamtweltcup führend und somit sicher